All right. What are we actually to talk about here?
Well, you said universe or some shit.
So I'm down with the universe.
Like is that like?
We don't have much of an option.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Being down with the universe.
So, are you familiar?
Are you one with the universe?
Here and there. Sometimes I am. I feel very out of touch with it at a lot of times, but maybe because that's how I know this isn't the right term, but how I metabolize, like I get so caught up in the construct of society that I don't really feel like it's, I lose touch on.
Sorry, it is lightning outside too. You hear that? Yeah, you lose touch. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Keep talking.
So
I'm just settling in.
there's times where I absolutely feel out of touch with the universe.
But at the same time, what is a universe? Is it, in your mind, like a universe? Is it the universe around you, or is it your universe in your head?
No, definitely. I know I'm good with my cerebral, like, what's going on up here. I've had to deal with it for so long, and I'm very aware of it, and I'm very aware of what I'm capable of and what I'm not, and that has led me to good things. Also, it's led me to bad things, and we'll elaborate on that further. But as far as the universe goes, physics and thermodynamics tell me that, this kind of, it's just a one-off that I'm in. And that's comforting and terrifying. Not sure, like a Rick and Morty kind of deal,
Right, yeah.
But I'm okay with that. How about you? How do you feel about the universe in whole?
What would be the question for me, I guess? Am I one with the universe? I think that's what I asked you. Or what was your universe?
Yeah. Well, you asked me if I was one with the universe, and that's not a question I can answer. I'm one with multi verses, because that's how I feel about physics. And all of this really falls on where do you quantum physics, quantum mechanics, thermodynamics, space-time, all of that is relative. No pun intended, because relativity is a huge thing.
That's pretty good.
What is relative to you in this universe?
That thunder.
Yeah.
Relative, the sun, the universe. Well, like you say, there's multiple universes, and I like creating my own, like.
And you've been
getting into a
really good at that.
place.
You've really gotten that fucking dialed in. Like,
and just kind of do
my
own thing.
May I jump in?
Sure, yeah, man.
So, as you're, like, with the bicycle, per se. Now, really, I'm getting into your climbing. That's what I want to talk about.
Right, climbing?
Yeah, because that's the scariest thing to me that you do.
Right, yeah.
But I want to talk about with how you cycle and how you go through your day and just grinding this stuff out, man. It's like, I have a very I have my own disciplines that I go through, but it's minuscule.
Right.
And that could be subjective as well, So, like, for me, it's about going in there, rolling, getting my ass handed to me, and trying to learn something and come out as a better person.
Right. Sorry, my
But
microphone's.
that's not personal.
Right.
That's not about me. Like, I'm doing that to fill a void. You going out on the bike and riding 9 miles every morning is just you.
Well, hey, it started when I stopped drinking. It was like I would just wake up in the morning, and 6 months into it, I felt great, fucking great. And the sun came up, and it was like, holy shit, the sun's up, and I feel great. I don't have to work today. I've been wanting to ride that bike, and just got in the right mindset and took that first ride. Actually, someone gave me a bike, but I think I told that story before. I don't know. Anyway, someone gave me a bike, and I just replaced the shitty feeling of being hungover with biking. And then I got obsessed with the cardiovascular part of it, where I got high from breathing.
Kind of like a runner's high?
Yeah, exactly. The runner's high is what I've read. But you're, I'd hit 50 sometimes on the bike, so it was
like
pleasing.
You're redlining heart-wise.
Yeah.
But you're also maxing
Everything,
the machine that you're on.
Yeah, you could slow it down. That's the cool part. You can in the beginning, I would start out in the easy gear on the bike, and when I leave here, it goes down, and then it's like, then it's just straight up for like, I don't know, half mile.
So how
just right out of bed, so you're just like, oh,
how do you feel like pumping up that hill?
It's exciting because like the first mile. It's the hills after the first mile, so it's like you get the first mile, you're waking up.
So you're kind of warmed up, and you're pedaling into it.
Yeah, it feels good because you just start breathing. Like you get in, you really become awake. Like you really start to wake up. It's almost
your morning routine. So like my morning routine's like take a hot shower and take a dump, jerk off. And like I'm good to go for the day.
Right.
You're like, I'm gonna go right up this mountain.
Well, it feels so good.
Crazy,
man.
Jason.
It feels so good.
Fucking crazy.
It is nuts. Yeah. I don't do it every day because of the fucking weather, but whatever.
By the way, fuck this rain.
I know. It's good for the waterfalls, so that's been kind of cool.
Yeah.
Water table, and we collect rain. Speaking of hot showers, so I have been able to take a lot of hot showers due to this rain. Thank you, rain.
Way to go.
Universe.
Hey, shout out rain.
Universe.
Hashtag raindrops.
Universe. Hashtag raindrops.
So good. Back to the universe.
Here we are again.
Yeah.
You're right. We are back in the universe again. Here we are.
Am I doing that a lot? Am I making noise?
No, I'm not. I am. That was me. That was actually the sound of coming back to the universe.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, to me, it's more like, ooh.
Yeah, but in the end, it's like.
Hey, what do you think about this Mastodon Coheed Cambria tour? It's going to be
Bless you. I don't know. I don't know about the other band, the second band you said. But Mastodon, yes. I'm excited about I've actually never seen Mastodon live, ever. So it's going to be fun. I've just started liking them, though. I've been sheltered musically on purpose. But I'm coming out of my shell now.
Fair. It's fair. When you're writing your own music, I prefer to be.
I have been listening to a shitload of Mastodon, but for the only reason of playing, his name's Travis, right?
Who?
The drummer.
Brian.
Braun? Oh, I'm very sorry, Mastodon. Braun.
I named my son after two members of the band.
Yeah,
so.
They're hands down, like, my point is the reason why I've been listening to Mastodon is for the exercise. For the exercise on the drums, like sitting down and trying to play Blood Mountain from the beginning to the end has been something that has made me look at drumming a whole new way. And especially I haven't had double bass for a long time.
Yeah, because you could play quintuplets with one foot.
Well, I haven't played double bass for a long time.
But
there's a whole nother endurance thing that comes along with it.
There is, for sure. But I feel
missing.
like it's, you never needed it because you could do it with one leg.
No, not like with the power of that. Like
Yeah, but
two
you were
bass
working
drums.
the hi-hat, so like
True. There's a compromise. But
absolutely, there's a
but
huge compromise. But I've seen where you've changed, like your whole style had to develop.
a whole new kit. Yeah,
It's completely different.
I wanted it to be
completely
that way. Yeah.
different
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a whole new kit and set it all up different and approached drums completely different the
It
last 2
sounds
years.
really good too. It's
Thanks,
fucking
man.
nutty. It's fucking
The
nutty.
Knitting Committee. Go check that out.
Yeah,
It's,
knitting committee.
It's my home for my solo project music, which, it's just here in the barn, and I really get into it. I think you will too. Check it out. It's cool. Self-promote, yeah. Knitting Committee.
So universe. Let's all right. We can go a little deeper. All right, let's go flat Earth. How about these guys?
I would love to jump my bike off the edge of that shit.
Dude, I would fucking nollie off the side of it.
It is the flat Earth. Flat Earth. Good topic. That's a really good
I
topic.
mean, it's fun. It's fun.
No. I think it's more than fun. I think it's brilliant, and if you've ever sat down and like watched a documentary of flat Earth, it's pretty interesting. I would have to say, I was captivated. I was like, oh wow. And by the end, I was like,
Yeah.
shit, the Earth is flat. I was like, there's no way the Earth is round. And
No
then,
way.
yeah,
No
and
way.
then and then I blinked, and I was like, oh, never mind. What the hell?
But
was I
Damon is
thinking?
interesting. Like, and
What do you know about it?
what do I know about flat Earth?
Flat Earth, yeah.
Oh man.
Florida.
Yeah, most of those
Kansas?
most of those people are from Florida that believe it.
From Florida, or
I mean,
just
if
like
Flor-
we've never left Florida. It's got to be flat.
If Florida
There's
exists,
water that
if
goes
Florida
all the way
exists-
around, and the water don't spill over,
If
so it's got
Florida
to be flat.
exists, I'm just saying, shaped like a dick. People that believe science.
Depending where you're standing, I think, and looking at the universe or the Earth from the universe.
Astral projections, bro.
Oh,
No,
Florida!
Okay.
You just took it, Florida.
Yeah, Florida can suck a dick. I don't care. I'll fight all of you. You're all fucking at bare minimum 72 years old. I could fight 92, 72-year-olds, and I guarantee I'll win. That's all. That's the
I've
only
got
people-
a bet on
Look,
that.
man, all right.
I would love to watch this. By the
Are
way,
you
if
gonna give me
any-
the over under?
I'm on the
All right,
sidelines.
how many 72-year-olds do you think are taking a fight?
72.
Okay.
All at one time.
Are they veterans?
It would be
Are
kind of
they
like the
trained?
Michael
Are-
Jackson
are they-
video.
are they trained? What am I dealing
walking
with?
down the
Now
road.
I'm scared.
You would be
Am I
Michael Jackson
am
at that
I
moment.
fighting 72 Clint Eastwoods?
No.
I couldn't even handle
They would
one.
one would break you down like.
Oh, he'd fuck me up.
Clint
I don't have
Eastwood.
that old school World War II energy.
I got a good Clint Eastwood. Check this out. Why, little lady, we'll fix that wagon. It's pretty good, isn't it? Is that Clint Eastwood?
I'll be your Huckleberry. That was Val Kilmer. Doc Holliday. I say I could probably take 3 72-year-olds in a fight
At the same time?
at the same time.
In a fight. Like, what kind of fight?
No,
nowadays, would it be like a cage fight? Would you be
no, dude.
like pure wrestling, no hair pulling, like
no.
rules? Like, or how are you going to fight these 3 72-year-olds? You're going to break it down kind of like death match. Who are they? Sorry for yelling.
But, okay.
I got excited about this.
I don't know 3 72
Yeah, you do. Anybody from Kiss. You don't.
Those
no.
guys don't have a chance.
Oh, that's true.
They're,
Well,
they're fucked. Even give them their
all of them. So you're gonna. Weston's gonna whip Kiss's ass.
Dude,
and I'm
I
not
would-
sure if they're
I would
70,
fuck-
but I
would
bet they are.
fuck them up, dude.
I'd love to. You'd have like
Look.
your hands would be all like black and like white.
No way, dude. I'm taking a knee. You got on fucking platform shoes. You don't have a chance.
True.
Dude, I'm gonna leg kick.
I don't know though,
through
man.
your
They're
goddamn
used to
body.
that. They're probably used to like people, like throwing bottles and shit.
I'd
and,
fuck
like,
Kiss up.
Somebody animate this, please, God.
Guaranteed, dude.
Explain to me how you would like.
All right,
while the
so-
drummer's playing,
all right,
how would you
so-
fuck the drummer up of Kiss while
Because
he's playing?
he's gonna keep playing drums, right?
Oh, yeah, he's
So
gonna try.
I'm gonna take Gene Simmons out straight through the leg. I'm shooting on him.
What about his tongue?
I'm shooting on him.
His
real
tongue
hard.
will like shoot out and
So
pop
I
you in the
might
neck,
Get
dude.
my salad tossed in the power slide.
Oh,
I would love it.
what
I
does
mean,
like? Does he own a restaurant?
he would
Ah.
be called Weston's Box. I'd fuck Gene Simmons up, dude. No doubt.
Okay, that's the
And
front.
then-
That's
and
the lead member. Okay, now how would you do it?
then-
He's singing, so picture him like singing.
Yeah.
I'm on a mountain. Well, I don't even know what songs. What do Kiss songs sound like? Let's see.
They sound like
Hey
shit to
Mickey,
me.
you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Mickey, is that it? That's Kiss, right?
No.
School's
That's Alice
out.
Cooper. We're not bringing Alice Cooper
okay.
into this because I
He
love
painted
Alice
himself
Cooper.
too, right?
Fuck yeah.
Would
dude.
you kick his ass? Hey, Alice Cooper
Alice
got.
Cooper would just take my soul.
Oh, oh.
He'd just take it.
Like where would he put it though? Does he have
Probably up
like?
his bum?
Ooh, that's how. Okay, school's out. School's out for summer, and I've got
School's
all
out
these
for
souls in my
Weston.
bum. He's like ready to like go to the bathroom and release himself.
Yeah, totally.
Alice Cooper.
Hey.
So where are we going?
Well,
Band of Kiss. You're gonna kick all their ass.
all of them.
They're all
So
73,
Paul
right?
Stanley, so I'm gonna slide tackle Gene Simmons, and then I'm gonna take his fucking bass. It's all spiky, right? And then I'm gonna slay Paul Stanley. I'm just gonna take him out.
This is
Dude,
good.
it's
This is
just-
good.
He's He's
This
proper,
is really good.
He's proper fucked. He's
Oh.
proper fucked.
Oh, Lord.
You know. So whatever's left after I take him out, I'm gonna boom, like a fucking boomerang. And I don't know what the drummer's name is, but he's fucked.
Steve.
Yeah, well, Steve's
Steve from Kiss.
fucked. Steve, you're fucked. And that's
Yep.
it. That's 3 members. I got them all.
So there they are. Kiss. You better watch out. Weston's coming.
Y'all better not fuck it up, man. By the way,
If they go on a reunion tour,
I-
wheelchairs be like,
yeah, I'll pay $1,300 to be.
out.
That's Alice Cooper.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's all painted up too, though. You get
All right, all right,
it's true.
man. You want to know what I'm really pissed off about right now?
Yes. What pisses you off? I want to
So-
know what pisses
so-
you off.
so
too.
much so-
Everybody else does too. What pisses Weston off? So when they see you out or they listen to this, they're gonna be like, "Okay, so it's gonna that pisses. Oh, good." You have to be careful, man. People be plotting like pissing you off
I
because you're
don't
about
give
to.
a fuck.
Here we go. What pisses you off?
So there's a big movie that's coming out. It's got Macaulay Culkin's little brother.
Wow.
We're gonna have to look it up.
From Home Alone.
yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
Yep.
But so he's playing.
That's the only movie he's ever played in, right? Macaulay
So I
Culkin.
have one friend
Culkin.
that is like a real metalhead,
Yeah.
and he's so mad about this, Jason. He's so mad.
Why?
It's a fucking bullshit portrayal. Like they shouldn't even be talking about it. It's like,
But that's why they're talking about it.
yeah, and you know, the whole serial.
Is it a stab against like
No, the whole
movement, or-
serial killer thing is like cool and like, what does that tell us about society?
Oh man!
like,
Well,
I
if you
can't-
look at history, most of the serial killers had like women like wanting to come have sex with them while they were in prison.
It's so fucked
That tells
up,
you how
man.
crazy
Like,
it is.
I'm not that man. Like I want to be here and learn some stuff. Like you've mastered drums. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just starting to learn to play drums.
I disagree with that statement, but I also recognize where you're coming from. I absolutely do. Yeah, you know, I've studied occultism. Do I know a whole? Not in this grand scheme of things. No way.
Right.
No way, man. But I'm learning, and that's what I'm passionate about,
Right.
and that drives me.
And what is that? Explain it.
Ooh, it's a loaded
What
question.
is occultism? Cultism? See, I'm not even real familiar. I know, like, when I look on, like, Netflix, I see those movies. It's like the cultism movies,
Well,
and I like those
first
a
of
lot.
all,
They're fucking
a
rad.
cult,
Thank you for...
a cult is far different than the term occult. All occult means would be forgotten knowledge or hidden knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like esotericism.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Sacred G, like Metatron's Cube.
Mm-hmm.
That's forgotten knowledge.
For
That-
sure, yeah.
That
And that's why I wear these shirts. Is
that
like,
all of the Archimedean solids can be made into one geometrical structure.
right.
Now, if all of humanity knew that, we would be in a far different place.
Well, yeah.
You know, physics would be.
Well, I'm trying, and I know you are. You have the tattoo on your fucking chest. I bought these clothing for people to see. Sorry, my headphones just fell out. Technical error. Technical error.
good. Good.
We're good. We're back.
Awesome.
We're still here the whole time.
So, Metatron's Cube.
Yeah, I just want people to see this because it's been hidden knowledge. I bought all
Well, that's
like
more of esotericism. So, the initial question, what is it?
Occult.
Oc-
Mhm.
Occultism. It's far different. Esotericism, in my opinion, and this is very humbling, and a big
Are you saying terroricism?
esotericism.
Okay.
Like
Not to be confused with terroristism.
Esotericism. So, like,
Just kidding. People don't know. I don't know. This is new to me. So I have no idea. You have to explain it to everyone.
Esoteric knowledge.
Okay.
Esoteric would be more along the lines of sacred geometry. That's esoteric. You're looking at Euclideans. Are you familiar with Euclid?
Nope.
So think about Little 5 Points in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah.
There's Euclid Avenue. It has 5 points. It's Euclidean.
So
Euclidean,
that's like a notorious thing that, or
Euclidean geometry
right.
is.
So who built that intersection was into that. You should find out who that is.
Yeah, that's why there's Masonic temples on each point.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So they're using it as a
It's a vessel.
spot. Yep. That's
It's
like
it's
a
a
person.
vortex.
Like us, like our skin suits.
No,
like a
it's
vortex.
powerful. Way more powerful than anything that we could imagine.
Let's go there.
I lived there. I don't need any more of it. And anybody else that knows Little 5 Points fucking knows this.
I got pizzas there. Does that count? I've played music there a lot.
So much.
I've
Also,
seen
East Atlanta
good
Village.
shows there too.
So, all right. So we're going back to Euclidean geometry.
Hang on, my dog's barking.
We take a break.
Yep.
I think this is a good podcast.
Very good podcast.
I'm having a blast, dude. We haven't even scratched the surface. Hey, man.
Okay, we're back. I'm good. I'm really good.
Did
How
we
are you?
Are we starting over, or is this just?
No, let's just keep going.
We're just gonna keep.
We're
rolling with
pretending
it?
like we started over, but we're just. I am going to play that stuff before but
Intermission,
we're just
bitches.
starting over.
Okay, so we were talking about the difference between esotericism and occultism.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. So occult is true hidden knowledge. It's like you have to find the books, you have to do the work to truly appreciate who we are as society.
Right.
And this is just my interpretation. So
It's deep, man. I don't know anything about it. I just wear the shirt.
well, you know a lot about fractals.
I loved that show when I was a kid.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, I loved Hey Dude.
I always like thought the things that they ate on fractals, like those clear rods, like it made me like dream at night that I was eating like clear plastic tapes.
Are you talking about the rod of God? What do you know about the rod of God?
The Fraggles, Fragiles.
Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm Eddie Bravo and out on you. Look into it, dude. Look into it. So what I'm talking about is the rod of God.
Like the shaft.
I mean, it could be the shaft. Maybe it's the balls, though. I'm not. No, legit. It's a real thing. So we have satellites that are orbiting.
Excuse me.
And
It was choked on my cornbread.
nigga, you got some cornbread. Oh,
my
I'm
God.
hungry.
Oh, wow. Doodly-doo. Oh, yeah, and I got coffee. Here we are in Amsterdam.
So, the rod of God. Do you know what thermite is? Not thermite. Maybe it is thermite. Fuck. It's
Explosives?
no, man. It's
Oh, that's
tungsten.
tamarite.
Tungsten.
Tungsten.
It's what your
No, I don't
rod
know what
is
that
whenever
is.
it's your electrode whenever you're welding.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's tungsten.
Okay.
So it holds heat like crazy. Super expensive. So we have satellites that can drop tungsten. With their power pole size. It's like a 19-foot.
Jesus.
Yeah. As it speeds up, it just sharpens. All the bang, none of the fallout.
And it bombs.
Wait, nuclear?
What is it? Does it blow up?
It does everything that a nuclear bomb would do. A warhead.
Where are they doing this at?
Well, as far as I know, we haven't dropped them. Or if it even exists.
It's a theory.
The technology is there, and
You just got to drop it, really.
if we're not
Really,
doing
that's
it,
the thing.
if-
Maybe
if
we have it and then
we
we take
would-
it up in the
if
air.
my ignorant ass knows about this technology, for sure.
Wasn't that like in the Alien movie when they rode the lightning down into the earth?
Which one? Covenant? Alien Covenant's a really
No,
good
it was
film.
the John Travolta movie.
John Travolta.
When-
Face Off.
no,
Nicolas
the big
Cage.
famous one in Hollywood. Oh, not John Travolta. It was Tom Cruise.
Oh, I do love Tom Cruise now. That's a bad man. People don't, you know.
Well, it
I
was the
get it,
movie
he's
War
Scientolo-
of the Worlds.
All right, can we talk about Scientology?
War of the Worlds. I don't know anything about it.
You
I
don't
know-
know anything about it?
No way. Mm-mm.
Let's
I don't
talk
know
about-
anything about anything.
Oh, well, man, we can talk about things that we do know a little something about.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
I like to talk about ducks.
you know,
I like
cat-
the
you
way
know my
that they
cat's name
float
is
on the
Duck.
water.
My cat's name is Duck.
See, there we go. It's a connection right there.
Yeah,
We should
dude.
talk about ducks.
Oh, dude,
Have you ever
I
eaten
can
duck?
talk about. Oh, so many times. I've had
Hunt.
duck.
You've hunt like duck hunting. I remember I was really good at duck hunting back in the day.
Never been duck hunting, but did you know that you can cut duck breast out, skin side down, and never have to flip it? Yeah, it'll cook all the way through, just a duck breast with the skin on.
That's cool.
Never gotta flip it.
Wild duck, like, is it? You know, I
Any-
don't know what kind
any
of duck to
duck-
even
any
hunt
duck
to
breast. Any duck breast.
eat. Yeah,
What about liver?
I don't do liver
Oh man, I do.
I don't.
I eat the shit
for
out
the
of it,
iron.
dude.
I take vitamins, so I don't eat liver. They taste the same though. I think, kind of.
No, my physiological, like I know what I need, so I eat a lot of tongue, a lot of heart, a lot of liver.
To what?
What do you mean?
Like specific? Do you like
oh, beef.
goat tongue better than
No,
pig
beef.
tongue, or
It's all beef.
Have you ever had like some like strange tongue, some like Japanese?
Oh, I've had some very strange times, but that's a different topic for a different day.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We got a long time.
That's true. That's true.
We're
And
only
I'm down with
about
that.
20
We can
minutes,
elaborate on
30
that.
minutes.
You want to talk about sex life? We can get into that. Man, I'm in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Well, that's good. Because if
I mean,
that's kind of like, like maybe
Well, I'm
arrogant.
straight,
if you're
dude.
like, oh,
I
I'm
love
pussy.
pussy. I love it.
Love it?
Big fan.
Yeah. Well, it got us here.
Totally, dude. That's a win.
Somebody likes it.
Dude. You can't fuck around with that.
Yep. The earth is round of all the chasing
Okay.
going on.
So,
I'm just
but
kidding.
that being said, I'm learning. I don't.
It's flat. Sorry.
Yeah, the Earth's totally flat too. By the way,
You were saying
I don't believe that.
the flat Earth thing.
I mean, no, dude. They have some pretty good arguments, but look, man, I knew how to work a protractor and what's the other one? Fucking ruler, I guess.
Nowadays, it's called the phone, man. And just like you set your phone up, and be like, it's not long enough. Let's set
Yeah,
another phone up. Hey, man, the iPhone 6 is a foot long.
whatever.
Let's use it.
Man, it's all about trigonometry. You got to know how to like fucking dial shit in. But I'm saying, I don't believe the Earth's flat.
Why? Why don't you believe that? How can you prove that it's not flat? Or why? What makes you believe it's not flat?
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't prove it. I only know from other podcasts, people have talked about like this dude that just got done traversing the Arctic Circle, and the Arctic Circle is not a circle, straight path, but he's the only man that's ever done it.
What's his name?
I think it's
No, just get make a name up.
We'll have to look it up.
We could Google it.
Yeah, we can Google it.
Arctic. What'd he do?
He traversed the Arctic tundra solely, no provisions.
And climbing traverse means like go sideways on the wall. It's like is that what he did?
Technically, because that's that's your angle.
Wow, it's like steep.
It's super steep, but
Antarctica is very steep. That's why polar bears are so strong.
There's no polar bears there. There's no anything. There's no
I was
life.
thinking about
a
different spot.
Maybe it's a pole. It's one of the poles.
Mm-hmm. Top pole. Antarctica. No, that's down on the bottom.
We're gonna have to give this dude some serious fucking. We gotta rep him out, dude, because check it out. The craziest thing to me is his sled that he was pulling with all his provisions was 375 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He's 162
pounds.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but also, so he's eating food, right?
Mm-hmm. He brought his food with him.
He brought everything with him, but you can't. Nothing's there, so it's like he had to pack his shit. Literally, shit in a bag, put it on the sled. He literally had to pack his own shit out of there.
Why didn't he leave it?
Because it would. I mean, that's
Change Antarctica.
That's bacteria.
People would find it, be like, "Oh,
dude,
no!"
It's desolate, dude. There's nothing there.
Well, what if do planes fly over it?
Fuck no.
Nobody flies over
Nobody.
Antarctica.
Nobody goes anywhere close to it.
Well, we should go.
No, we shouldn't.
They make suits
So
that
this,
we could put on that. It wouldn't be
the
that
thing,
bad.
dude. So back to the flat Earth. It's like
That's the thing. So you can't prove it. Like you're like, we can't go there. But you could fly in a spacecraft and fly right over it and look down and see that the planet's like round, and then jump off the plane.
That's my reasoning.
You have TV and other people. Well,
I can't prove it. I've never been there.
My GoPro shows everything round, so it looks round to me when I take pictures. That's why I believe it. My pictures look
fish
round.
lens.
Yeah, yeah. I think that helps me believe is fish lens. I think that's maybe how it all started. They were like, "Oh well, maybe it's not flat. Maybe it's round.
We know it's round.
Maybe it's like square or
maybe it's
like
shaped like a dick."
That's Florida, you said.
Zinger! And it all comes full circle. I love it. Not like the planet, because apparently it's...
You don't like Florida very much. What do you have against Florida?
Dude, I ain't got nothing about Florida.
Man, 1994 was awesome in Florida.
Oh, Panama City was rad, dude. Speaking of Kiss, I saw a Kiss cover band in Florida at Viva.
Yeah, that's the only
Next
place
to the
anybody's
summit.
ever been. To me too. Viva Los Dick
Whatever.
in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What is the name of that? Everybody's like, oh, it's Viva.
Like, I don't know. I was in the
I got a
summit
picture.
next to
Justin Lowe and I, like, my mom said, here's some money. Go to Florida. And it was like, like a festival, like spring break. It was spring break weekend. My mom was like, here's some
Panama was
money, and
rowdy
you
at the
kids go
time.
down there and have fun. And she
Yeah.
and gave us money and told us to go down. And we went down and like got pictures, and I'll forever remember that. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really the first time I'd like seen.
La Vega.
No, it was the first time I'd like seen like a real
It was the
legit
stage
like
in the pool.
and real legit like G strings everywhere. Like
for
it was
sure.
like open like to where I was
13,
I was
like,
going
oh my
from.
God, look at all this
Well, I was
fun playing.
16. Which still it was like drove down there
So
from
much
Jasper,
playing.
Georgia. It's like then all of a sudden it was like. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, and then it was before the twerk, so they were like trying to get into the twerk. It was before the twerk, so it was kind of it was awkward.
Around, so like
It was 96 or 97.
bro, you saw all.
No, I'm
the-
sorry, it was like 94.
All the but. Oh,
It was weird because it was before the twerk. It was before like they knew what to do with it.
They buttholes out, and you know it.
Well, the 70s
It's just
they
gross,
clothed it.
I
The
will-
80s
I
it
will
was
say
coming out.
this.
The 90s it really started exposed. 2000,
I'm not a big fan of.
but
I'm a big fan of the butt.
oh wait, what are we talking about?
How society has moved a little unilaterally to. I mean, I guess it's the same. It's just now it's gotten fucking real gross. Like, I don't know. Shit's gotten super weird.
Where?
Sexuality wise.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I couldn't imagine like going out
Imagine
and
being
trying to
14
date.
now and it's like, I gotta eat
Oh my
fucking
God.
ass. It's like, dude, back in my day, if you just got the tip in, you were like, yes. Now they're like choking each other unconscious and eating ass. And it's like,
And that's like the normal
that's the normal thing.
ass eating.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds like my dogs do that. They love it too. They
Preci-
like deep throat each other when they're kissing too. They're
They're
like,
really getting in there.
and then they'll do the butt thing.
Yeah, that's
You know,
normal for
people are
kids
just
now.
getting back to their animal instinct. That's not too bad. No pun
I like
intended.
that angle.
Instinct.
That's a lot of stink, but I mean that's a.
Hey, there's
that's
nothing
good.
wrong with it. Pleasure with people, whatever they got.
Absolutely not. I'm just saying that social media is giving kids an option to grow up way before they should. Like, you should be allowed to have a childhood.
But it seems like the new generation is going to be the one that's like more peaceful, and they think all like us and the ones before us are pretty stupid.
I say,
and I agree with
I say
them.
it's 50-50.
I think
know?
they're going to come around
It's
and
fucked
be like,
up.
"This is great.
No, they're gonna
it's
be
an awesome
useless,
place."
dude. Like you can't.
That's okay though. It's okay. They could be useless as long as they're not like
Well, here's the thing.
burning
It's
like tires and shit. Driving down the road. You know?
no, they'll definitely be more environmentally minded.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I just don't think they're.
But then when the comet comes and wipes them all off, and they're like, "Oh,
I mean,
no, we have no
dude, look,
aggression,"
I'm a
and then some
nihilist.
dude
I'm a
comes up and is
nihilist
like,
through and
"I have
through.
aggression."
There's
It's like,
absolutely like none of us are getting out alive. Like it's a fucking joke.
Well,
For
you never
sure.
know. They
Now,
make stuff now that
I
you can
would
like
like,
take and
I would
put a
like
new
to
heart and
prolong
brain in,
things as long as I possibly
download your
could.
conscious. You could. But yeah,
Have
we're
you
probably
heard
gonna
about-
die.
Have you heard about the neural networks with
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk?
Mm-hmm.
What he's doing? So I mean, it's a brilliant concept. I do think there's also I believe his name is Brian Sherman. He's at the forefront of AI and where we're going with this, and a lot of people disagree with it, but it's like we literally have to look at AI the same way we would look at raising a child. They're not all going to be perfect. You're going to have sociopaths. You know, for sure, you're going to have any psychological disorder that humanity is faced with. AI will be faced with the same things. And a lot of those are going to live. Now, we have to really make this a pivotal point to where we teach them the same. People think it's just code, and like, I'm going to code up this AI. No, you're fucking not. You're making a living entity. You have to ingrain the same thing that you would with a human in that AI and hope that it turns into a good being. The way people view humanity.
So you're speaking of AI as being a artificial intelligence, excuse me, person. Like you're going. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, there's different levels of AI.
It's a
like
sentient
our phone
being.
is like an AI. You know, like,
no. That's just.
so you're speaking. And okay, yeah, I know where you are. All right, and I'm saying that just so everybody else understands as well. So yeah, continue. I like it.
It's no, I mean I like it too because that is inevitably where we are going to go. We will become gods.
But we are gods.
Absolutely, 100%. We always have been, but we've forgotten, or not necessarily forgotten, but we have systematically been taught out of our own essence of gods. And now, and it's evolution. At the end of the day, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just know that we are not indefinite. What we are creating might be indefinite. It might not hold space or time or view anything in a three-dimensional space. It's going to look at everything from a code, which is it is what the universe is. We are truly replicating a God, AG, coined it. That's the term.
What do you think we're gonna name it? The
AG.
first one, AG, like original gangster. Oh no, you said AG.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
I hope it's not illiterate.
right? Oh, it will be. It'll be like me. It'll come out and be like, this is cool. I can play drums. I'll climb a mountain.
No, it'll never be able
It'll
to replicate the
hardwire
things that we do.
to self-destruct.
Actually, everything, it will. It'll totally be able to. Think about it already, dude. Anybody that's listening to this, take your phone out, ask Siri a question, and then ask me a question. Say, hey, Google.
Hey, Weston.
Yo.
The very first time that you stubbed your toe was where?
First time I stubbed my toe would have been, riding my stepdad's scooter like an asshole. Shouldn't have been doing it, but I did it.
Like what kind of scooter?
It
See that Cerise thing or whatever you're talking about? Wouldn't know that.
Absolutely not, because I have a soul.
Like James Brown, motherfucker.
I wouldn't go that. Dude, you can't compare me to James Brown.
Just the soul beat, man. You got it.
No way.
So you were saying, sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, first time I stubbed my toe was riding my stepdad's yellow scooter. Fuck that guy. Jeff Heeman, if you ever hear this, I'm going to fucking destroy you.
He's going to kiss you. Hey, for now, that's kind of funny. Because you're going to kiss his ass. And from now on, whenever you're like really going to kick somebody's ass, you could say kiss them.
No. I would tear your abdomen out.
He's going to kiss you. Better watch out.
No. Nah, dude. That's what you did to me whenever I was 6 years old.
Oh! Uh-oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Troops.
No, I'll fuck you up.
Kiss you.
Anyway. Yeah, that dude's scooter. That's the first time I stubbed my toe.
Well,
I still ride dirt bikes barefoot because I'm a fucking asshole, and I don't care.
that's crazy. Protect your toes, man. Put on some steel-toed shoes.
I try, you know.
I've got a whole bunch of Nikes over there that probably fit you if you want to call them your motorcycle Nikes.
I got boots.
They do suck putting on though.
You live in a field.
Oh, dude, I know, man. I used to kind of get on my Ducati and with flip flops and go on Highway 60, and some stuff like that was wild.
That's why that one's that's not that bad. This was
Scars.
way worse.
Shark did that, right?
The Supermoto did that.
Oh, the Supermoto. We got out alive, man. Or Jesus,
Dude.
you're still
By the
riding
way,
Supermoto.
anybody, dude, if you have my Supermoto, please sell it back to me. I'll trade you a 900 double R, straight up. That thing is beast.
What kind of Supermoto did you have? I can't remember.
It was a Kawasaki KLX 250 SF 2009.
Those are perfect. That's like the perfect bike. Does it have a little rack on the back too?
No, no.
It was more sport, right? Sporty.
It was like a dual sport, but
Oh
with
yeah. I remember it now.
17-inch front,
Yeah.
front and
That
back
thing
wheels.
was pimp. Yep, and it was 250 too. I like a 250, man. I like the
Dude,
range
it would
of it.
run 115. It had
Yeah,
six
and that's
gear.
plenty
It had-
fast
It
enough.
had inverted
Especially here in
front
North
shocks.
Georgia, like you don't, anything more torque than that, it's no fun because you can't. Your leverage and your balance gets off before the curves. I love it.
The 300's real fun.
Sure, everybody would disagree with me on that, but I like a light bike.
Look, dude, little bikes. If there's a
Lighter.
single fucking person listening to this that's like,
On Highway 60.
600s are the best. Can you ride a 600?
I would smoke
it-
you
to
on a
its-
600 on a 250. And on my chosen path, I would smoke
Let's
a
go to
600.
Bullpen Gap.
Dude, smoke the fuck out of you on a 250 moto, supermoto.
I would take
You'd
you on my
never-
300 naked.
Well, the 600, it would smoke a 600. You can't move a 600 like through those. Like Dragon's Tail, a 250 would just smoke anything up there, man.
Anything.
Not really anything, but
Anything.
pretty much. I mean, you can
With
fly
the
with a
right rider.
250. But everything else is too weight.
What are you going to do? Get out of
Which way?
first gear?
Yeah, or no, right? Yeah, and then you're like, whoa. 250,
Dropping
your
gears,
your
dude.
body position is completely different when you're sewing the needle
You're just
instead
in
of like
first and
trying to
second,
ride a fucking dragon. Like,
Literally
yeah,
putting
crazy.
the bike.
People
way
have so
past.
much egos with their motorcycles that they don't know what they're buying half
They
the
have no
times because
idea.
they're like,
It-
"Well, this suits my brain," and then they get this like 10,000 motorcycle, and then they can't ride it. And it's crazy. I feel sorry for people
I can
like
barely
that.
ride a
The
300.
ego, like it's a lot of motorcycles.
And I've
see
had
is
a
just
bunch of dirt bikes,
floating
man.
ego. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean you're
Get a 250
and ride it
That's
to
my
its
point.
full. You get a 250 and put it around the track at full potential.
Scare the shit out of you.
You,
That's terrifyingly fast.
No, that's only for true riders, man.
Yeah.
Nobody that's going to go buy a 600 for their first bike is ever going to be a
I
ride.
did.
You're a little
I
different.
bought an FZR 600, and
What was your Ducati, though?
it was a 600. Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
it
air
was the
cooled.
dark. Yeah, that thing was gnarly.
Monster Dark.
It was cool.
Oh, that's-
Torque,
Yeah. Hey,
but
you
it
want
wouldn't go fast like past 115.
5 or 6.
6. Yeah, 6.
Stand up every gear.
No, not at all, man.
Was it a
no,
turd?
It was like good in third, through third gear, but after that it was like,
It's a heavy bike, man.
yeah, but it was cool. It was, it was ego. It's gone now.
This is a beautiful bike, though.
It had a leather wrap on it. Remember that?
It's so sick, dude.
I wonder if Rasmus got that back. I think he did. He did. He did get it back, actually. His Rasmus, if you're listening to this, that was an amazing
And
story.
by the way, that bike literally made me want to ride real bikes.
Yeah. It was a badass bike. I'm glad I got rid of it. I want to get another one. I live in a great place to ride, just like
I
bike
got
rides.
9.
Well, I got none.
Oh, you gonna ride with me?
Damn. That's all Barry White. I'll take you out on a bike ride, boy.
Don't put me on the back, brother. Don't put me on the back.
Yeah, I
No.
want to go riding, dude.
Yeah, man. And we're gonna do the little guys.
250 is my favorite.
Well, the 300 is optimal.
That's the same thing.
You've
That's like
rode
great.
it. You've rode it numerous times.
Yeah, that's a cool bike.
Like
Couple.
it doesn't have any more ass than the 250. Mm-hmm. It's just a fuller
It's
bike.
nice looking bike. It's more street, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all street.
Okay, yeah.
It's more track oriented.
Yeah.
But the KLX is gonna fucking destroy it. The 900.
It's light.
I don't. I gotta open this door.
Uh-oh. Weston's done farting us out. Taking a fart break.
No, I already took a fart break.
Fart break. Okay, we are back on the podcast.
Hello.
Sorry about that. We had a little, probably didn't seem like no time to you, but we had to take a break. It started raining.
Totally. Just recalibrating. So what are we going to talk about?
Space
man?
time.
Yeah, space time. All right. So, like I was saying, I'm pulling out a device.
He's got his phone out. And it's really silent while he's looking at his phone. So tell us what you're looking up.
I'm fairly certain that it was Einstein. Give me a second.
Man, we got all the time in the world. We're on a podcast. And it seems like the longer the podcast, the better. Because people can look at the podcast and they're like, oh, I've got that much time to like do this chore. So if it's a real short podcast, it may not get the job done. I don't know. He's looking up space time. I'm not really familiar with space time myself. I don't know much about what he's talking about, and I feel ignorant about it. But
I feel like
here we
pretty
go.
much all are.
I mean, I know that space time. I know I'm taking up space in around us, but I don't know space time.
It's a weird calculation that
I wasn't really good in math I mean, I knew the basics of math, but then I kind of avoided the longer problems.
See, here's the fucked up thing. This is my problem with it.
With-
So,
Okay.
the concepts of space-time and three-dimensional space regarded as fused in a four-dimensional continuum. I don't think that we are in a four-dimensional continuum. There's way too much. We've seen how electronic, like,
Speaking to the mic. Speaking to the mic, boy. We can't hear you. Nobody can hear you.
trying to formulate this right. Our concept of space-time, I feel like, is, while a lot of it is true, it's askew in a few things. We need to rewrite physics because we've learned things about thermodynamics and space-time continuity. Like, I don't want to speak out of place. Let's start from a different angle.
I don't know anything about it, man. You're informing me about it. Space time.
Let's hit a different angle because I can't.
Okay. Well, let's talk about.
No, we can make it funny.
No, I can make space time hilarious. I'm
What
just
do you-
like
what do you know
I don't
about
want to
the
mess
mandala
space time up
effect?
for anybody. I'm sorry.
The mandala effect.
The mandala effect, like the flower effect, the ever spiraling effect of life and everything, or like
No, man, the conspiracy.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, can we get into it?
Yeah,
You
I
want
love
to?
conspiracies.
Oh, it's gonna
I
be
actually
fun.
used to think like, sorry, I used to think I used to make up fun conspiracy things that was they're outlandish, but they actually make movies
they're
about
totally
my
outlandish.
thoughts sometimes.
But there's some good points on this. Okay, there's some really good points. We're gonna start. Do you remember? do you remember the movie with Sinbad as a genie?
The cartoon,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, Aladdin.
No.
I don't know.
Kabam, shabam.
Shabam. Yeah. I probably
that-
have never seen it
That was,
willingly.
who played the genie?
The guy you just said,
Sinbad.
Sinbad. Yeah, I don't know.
Look it
him.
up.
Look up
That shit-
Sinbad.
That shit never happened. Okay.
What never happened? Sinbad.
That movie. Not in the expanse from whenever CERN turned on. It sent us into a. So this is the Mandela effect that I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm very intrigued now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you know what?
how
CERN
does the movie like? So if I get this
it's
movie,
because
I'm going to be able to see.
Nope, it never existed.
But what if I go? If I watch it, and I mean,
It never existed in our universe, bro.
so you can't get it on like Netflix.
Nope, doesn't exist.
What was the movie again?
Shazam.
Shabam.
Shazam. All right, but look, I'm gonna go deeper. I'm
Okay.
gonna go deeper with it.
Shazam.
All right.
I could probably find Shazam on YouTube.
Yeah. Guess what? It
What?
ain't gonna be Sinbad. You know who it is?
I don't know.
Shaq.
Well, did Sinbad really play that, or did Shaq play it?
That's how I remember it. In my childhood. I have a fucking poster.
Of Sinbad?
Guess what?
It's
The fucking face is blotted out on it.
on your poster.
Yep.
Do you still have the poster?
I saw it at the fucking Jasper Theater, bro. I know it.
And Sinbad starred in it?
Absolutely.
And you sure it wasn't Michael Jordan?
No, it was never Michael Jordan. It was. All right, so I'm gonna go deeper. Do you remember Berenstain Bears?
They ate the porridge.
The books.
I didn't.
Do you remember?
I was always outside. I didn't read books much, unfortunately.
Do you remember Bernstein Bears?
I do know the story, yes, about the
Bernstein
porridge. Like somebody sleeping in your bed.
No, man, no.
Wrong Bears.
Totally different Bears.
They won. Never mind.
So
that was Super Bowl.
I remember Bernstein Bears.
Mm-hmm.
It's Berenstain. Now, it's just a little bit off the whole. When do you remember?
I wonder what Short Circuit 10 is going to be like.
What was his name? The Mandela Effect. Who's Mandela? Who is he? Remember?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, really. The Mandala. The guy, Steve Martin.
I love Steve Martin. First of all, Three Amigos is the best movie that's ever been made.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that stuff.
So it's weird. It's a paradox of things that people remember that were born from a certain age, and people that were born from a certain age that literally view the past in a completely different way. And all of it correlates to the time we turned on the Large Hadron Collider. And once we started smashing...
What is that? The Large Hadron Collider. Sorry.
It's the LHC. So it borders Switzerland and France. It's the largest piece of technology that humanity has ever made.
Is that why we keep getting these same storm patterns?
No, that's HARP.
Yeah. Are they down in Mexico somewhere?
No, they border Switzerland and France, and they speed particles up to literally just a tenth beyond the speed of light and collide them. And then they look at the rudimentary effects of true particles and read them in a sense to where, so you're really taking like almost an MRI. So we're recreating the Big Bang at a monumental scale. We're doing this 15, 20 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at these rudimentary elements and seeing if it was possible that physics was true with the Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned that it's subjective to the viewer.
Right. I'm following. Oop, sorry.
The observer is everything. So it's very possible that we're doing all of this in the simulation for God.
Premeditated, you're saying?
100% premeditated.
Yeah.
There's no other way. It doesn't mean that we should, if anything, it shows that we should do better. We should show compassion, empathy. Wait.
More empathy, or we should?
So much more. Mm-hmm. So much more.
Do you think people have gotten away from that?
Absolutely. And that goes against our inherent what we are. And whatever we are is really fucking arbitrary. That it doesn't matter what we are.
No.
What is your capacity to grow, heal, teach, learn, love? That's what matters. Everything else is absolutely arbitrary. And there's nothing wrong with writing the simulation out. But we need to recognize the fact that we are here and this is what we are. And if you want to jump past that or kind of get out of it, we need to collectively come together and make this a better space for everybody. We need to grow. We need to learn that nothing should be illegal. I mean, unless you're harming another human being, fucking execution block.
So you're saying this last 100 years, the rules, excuse me, are bullshit. We need to let go of
100%
all.
bullshit.
Yeah, nothing's
Jason,
working.
I say none of it makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, it's no longer relevant, like Bill Hicks
It's not
said.
relevant.
You know?
As soon as the internet became accessible in everybody's pocket, rules are out. We need to rewrite some shit. Everything needs to change because this is a finite life that
Like,
we're
if
living.
you could change it, what would you do right now? If you
right
could
now,
change what you were thinking in your head, like that
best
is
thing
wrong,
I could do,
how would
I
you
would
address that
put a 3-hour block on social media
for everyone?
for everybody.
A 3-hour block.
And also,
That's during a 24-hour period.
yeah.
Okay, I like this.
I
All right,
I would
3 hours.
also.
So you get 5 things. You could change humanity. You have 5 things.
Yep, I would do that.
So
and
there's
I would
one.
say that nobody can drink or smoke or do anything until the age of 25. Because that's about the same time your cerebral cortex is fully formed. That's 2. 3, everybody has to learn some form of martial arts to defend themselves or a loved one from a scenario. We don't know what that scenario may be. Hopefully it never happens, but I'll tell you this much. If everybody was trained, you wouldn't have a lot of people fighting.
True.
4, transparency as a race. Now there's some aspects of hidden knowledge, like we were talking about earlier with esotericism and occultism, that's hidden. I mean, not everybody should know everything. That being said, at the very root of that, there are certain things that everybody should know is true and real, and that should be explained to humanity.
So you got one more.
5th,
This is your last humanity change. You could change everyone. The humanity would be your final.
Eden has enough to go around. Anything that you think you need that's materialistic, you can do without. Just like the beer in my hand, I can make mead. We don't need this bullshit societal structure. It pacifies. And I'm a nihilist. I'll say that. Whatever you need to get through any day is fine. I don't care. There's a lot more to be learned from this earth. I wish we would just dial it in a little bit. That's my 5th.
That's good, man. That I think that would make a big difference on everybody for sure. For sure. Like
What about you?
me, I don't know. What about me?
What's your 5? How would you change
My
humanity?
5 what?
How would you change humanity in 5 steps?
I wouldn't change anything. I would.
I know, I'm right there with you. You kind of put me on the spot. I think I did okay.
No. I would. Okay. if I would change anything, if I could change 5 things about humanity, tomorrow I would make everyone wake up and realize that we are going to, leave this planet and just understand, like, make everyone understand that, tomorrow could be your last day here, and just make people understand that, totally. Um, So that would be one. Just to wake people up. I think wake people up on the level of you're not going to be here anymore. And so that'd be one. Two.
Know where he's going?
What's that?
I'm worried about Mark.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's pause it. He's going to call your phone.
No idea where that is.
Yeah, it's right here. You have it, man.
Jesus, dude.
Here, let me see it.
I might just end up riding home with him.
Yeah, that's cool. That's totally cool, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Yeah, don't drive. But he's going to call your phone, and then I'm going to talk him in because I want to get him through the mud hole and stuff. Yeah, so just make sure that when your phone rings, we turn it on. Is it on?
Yeah.
Is it got battery?
Yeah, totally.
Is it on where it'll ring? I couldn't hear it earlier.
It'll light up.
Okay, cool. Well, let's keep it right here, man, and keep rolling. This is really good stuff. We're like kind of getting it at a good moment.
Space time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great, dude. Seriously great. Like, I cannot wait to sit back and listen to this. This is good stuff. For real. Like,
I got a little out there.
You should.
Yeah, it's part of it, right?
Dude, what the fuck? What is not out there? We're in out
We're
there.
out there.
We are in out there. I never paused it, I don't think. Anyway.
I don't know.
So, my number 2.
I don't think I'm on.
Here you are. Yeah, you're there.
No.
Your headphones may be unplugged. Sorry, guys. We're having super technical, turbo guilty pleasures. Turbo guilty. You can't hear nothing? What about now? My funk soul brother, what fuck it up, bro, now? What about this? Something right there. What about that?
I hear that.
Well, I hear you now.
Hi.
Number 2. My
number 2.
humanity changer.
Yeah. So we got.
Everybody would have to learn to skateboard on transition and understand how gravity works and momentum works.
Oh, that's physics. That's gravity, my
Yeah.
friend.
It's momentum.
It's totally. I mean,
momentum and pumping
physics.
and using yourself.
Yeah, physical force
So-
to perpetuate motion. 100%, dude.
I would say number 3 would be spread out, live on the land. Everybody.
I like that.
There's enough room for everybody here right
So
now.
much
I mean, I'm looking outside, and there's just woods forever. Like forever. So I would say spread out, and go live a good cold winter, and explore seasons, and understand, and just move out on land and just basically watch the sun come up for a few years and enjoy the cycle of it.
You have to understand, Jason. Sometimes that's not possible for everybody.
Well, that I get to change that shit. It is possible. I just stepped in.
No,
that's number 3.
I understand.
Nothing.
First of all, nothing is impossible.
Right. Yeah, and I've got 5. 5 of them. So that's.
But I'm
It has
I'm
to.
all about talking about positivity, but it's hard to come from that.
No, we're just talking about 5 things that would change humanity.
Well, for sure, absolutely. But
That would
you
be
know,
one. That
one
would
of
be
the
my
biggest
third.
things that you can do is change your mindset.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I think sleeping outside would change your mindset for sure,
dude, be
especially all year.
literally put yourself out in the variables of nature and see how much nature gives a fuck about you.
Yeah,
It-
it'll
the-
eat you alive.
The answer
Yeah.
is zero.
Yeah.
It really doesn't care. And the same as society. You could put that's one and the same, man. As far as I'm concerned, because I've been homeless in the city with a job, and I've been homeless in the mountains with a job, without a job, and it's the same fucking thing. No matter what, nature's gonna eat you alive, and
It will.
And the fact
Or you can
that
become one with it.
and
That's where I'm going.
Totally.
That's where I'm
you have
at
to
right
accept
now.
it. You got to get on that ride.
Well, the
because
thing
if you're
is-
not on that ride and you're fighting against it, you're only damaging yourself.
You know, the way that I look at it now, like when I go out hiking or I go out biking, you know, the main reason I do that is to be in nature. So the ultimate goal is to be inside the earth and be particles of the earth again, be one with it. Go back to nature. It's inevitable. So I look at it as a celebration, as like to be up on this side of the dirt instead of be maybe food or part of particles one day.
I mean, there's a beautiful piece of literature written about why you should have a physicist speak at your funeral. And it changed my perception of everything. It also healed me from a lot of things. But it's so bluntly put out that, I mean, there's no denying. So pretty much is what he says is you should always have a physicist speak at your funeral, because the photons of light that have transferred from your eyes to another person's eyes, they clash and change, and those race into infinity for fucking ever. The heat that your body puts off with another human being in motion, be it love, be it combat, those thermodynamics, that radiates throughout history, throughout existence, forever. There's one thing that we have in common is humanity. And to think that any of it is, all we can do is try to love a little bit more, hate a little bit less, and understand that we're all on this weird blue rock, hurtling through space. It's not like we're stagnant with other planets spinning around us. No, our planet is moving over 3,000 kilometers a second. That should freak anybody out.
Yeah, it makes you, when you start taking something serious, it's good to know that right there. Or not to know it, just to think you know it. Step back and be like, holy cow. Yeah, acknowledge that someone, has made that amazing quote. I believe it, We're floating. It's either flat or round.
Oh, it's round.
We're on a disc.
Jason,
We're playing
it's
somebody's.
fucking round.
So I'm confused. Are we on a round planet or a square
Motherfucker, I
planet?
will leave this podcast right now. Right now. All right, Eddie Bravo, check it out. Check it out.
Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo.
Bravo.
By the way, shout out 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Big fan. Love you guys.
So I got one more, I think. 5. So I was 4, I think. So 5. My last one would be to change humanity, right? You said the
Absolutely.
5 things to change humanity.
Yeah.
It seems like everything's just get grounded. I would say, should have already really said go out there and live in the woods. That would pretty much do it. Humanity.
Farm cultivation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd have to figure that out or die. That's the good thing. The stupid people would, be like, I don't know. If you're not going to build me a cheeseburger, I'm not going to be able to survive. So it would eliminate, a lot of that. But my fifth thing.
Footwear.
Yeah. Shnikes. The more I look at that right there, it's starting to look like that guy's like slam dunking the earth, like coming out of there. It's like, do you see that too?
I see it, dude.
I'm glad, yeah. We're looking at like a solar system in the background just as a mood setter for the podcast, and it's starting to look like a guy slam dunking a planet through a wormhole or something. Pretty cool.
Space Jam.
Space Jam. So my fifth one.
Okay,
Everybody has to skateboard. Don't believe anything.
I'm down with that.
That would be changing humanity. I would say that.
Don't
think that there's something that's going to save you.
Don't think that you're limited.
Well, I would just think, for a humanity, for, a lot of people right now believe there's a lot of faith in a lot of different things and out the planet. And I would like to just clear that up, that everybody's like, we're all in the same boat. And there's just know that we're all like, it can be poetically beautiful in your ending. You can paint it up in any way you want, but we're all in the same boat, So I would just make that apparent that there is no higher being or lower being or lesser person or higher person, that
No way.
we are just here experiencing this, and nobody knows anything. So really just I would say just be like a child. Don't be a child. That would make everyone a child.
Try.
Again, just a childlike mind, just the whole humanity. Bam, child. Like, tomorrow's just, you wake up, you can skateboard, you're like a child, like you're buying some land in the woods. That's like, we could be neighbors.
Yeah, get out there. Tray flips for all my friends.
I was watching a kid today do it was like a nollie impossible flip. It was crazy. I had to watch it in slow motion. I just recently went to the skate park a bit again. I switched from a sometimes 7.75 inch board to a 8.75 inch board. A big board. It's all custom Gullwing trucks. Tore it up, man. Ollieing, that thing is smooth. You've got to go to this park, dude. It's badass.
I gotta go carve it for sure.
So, that's my 5. So Weston, I've been really sorry. You go ahead.
No, you sir.
Really, really excited to have you on, man, and have you here and to see you. You're a busy man. You have a beautiful, beautiful child that I adore.
Thank you so much.
Adore.
Yeah,
and
Troy.
Yeah, man.
He's fucking.
He's awesome.
He's a handful, dude.
And I know that you stay busy, and you're.
So I got a lot of stuff in the works. I'd love to talk about it if you have an ear.
Well, we have an ear, man. We could either do it this time or we can do another podcast too. I say we keep going.
So I'm going to pitch it, Triple Creek Farms. We're going to be in Hill City. I'm not really able to do everything that I want to do this year, so prices will reflect that. It's going to be really cheap getting anything from me.
What are you talking about?
So produce. So I'm going to be
produce.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're going to do a produce stand or a building or a store.
I haven't got the full business plan.
Okay.
Totally in mind, but I'm working on it. I know it's going to cost. I know it's going to cost a whole lot for buying a spot at farmers markets. So maybe you can just come see me and get it from there. But
I love your peppers, man. You do. You grow a lot
I'm
of good
doing
stuff.
some
So
nuts
Troy
of peppers.
helps you with in the garden, right?
Totally, dude.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's where we
yeah.
were going with that, and
Yeah.
that's going to give him a good stance too. To keep
Yeah.
him in the garden.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that.
I'm hoping we could do a little spot. We're gonna call it Troy's Famous Farm Stand, and my son will love everything that anybody comes through and wants to donate. I mean, it's food. I'm doing it. It's not a big deal. Well, I'm not doing it for profit. Over the next 2-3 years, hopefully I'll make some money off of it. But right now, it's just about good food and trying to get people away from. I love beef. I'm a meat eater, but there's a lot of stuff we can do, man, and so it's gonna be fun and a lot of art too. So I'm doing a lot of heirloom cabbages from Japan and like gourds. It'll be fun.
So have you are you going to get a website, or are you just going to do like a Facebook page, or
I think
how are you going to advertise?
I'm not gonna really advertise.
Just do it locally.
Yep, straight local.
And, yeah.
and
A lot of hands-on, especially with Troy. Troy's like he's going to catch everybody's eye and like to be part of it. Yeah, he's a beautiful child. Like people's going to see him and be like, I don't care what it is, whatever he's selling, I'm in. Yeah,
dude, for sure. But I don't want to make any promises with restaurants or I don't want to spend a bunch of money on farm stands, like solidifying my spot there. Not knowing really what kind of yield I'm going to get.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing a 500 by 500 acre.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Dude, Jamie did like a little garden the size of this, like 10 by 20.
I spent
and he had
$200 on irrigation.
Wow. Yeah, you're going to be ready. But anyway, he did a little bitty farm, and it was so much produce that he had to like give it away. It was crazy. Like, we're going to do some farming this year, but man, I'm excited about this, Weston.
I'm going to have to hire a lot of help. If anybody's listening, you want to make $10 an hour, I'll fucking pay you. Please help me.
And that's down in Hinton, Georgia.
Hill City.
Hill City.
That'll be Hill City.
Close to Jasper. So yeah, Jasper. Weston's got you have property. You have a place to do this.
So it's a 500 by 500 foot plot that I have put out.
You said 500 acres.
There's five. No. Let me rephrase.
People are picturing 500 acre garden.
First of all,
that's
impossible.
That's why I was over exaggerative.
Second of all, it's 500 foot.
Okay.
500 foot.
Okay. That's a football field and some.
More. It's about 3.5 acres.
Wow. Jesus, that's huge.
Yeah. I'm going to need people weeding.
You're going to have to bust your ass, man. You're going to have to bust your ass on the garden and get it going. Like, think about Maynard out there digging for those grape holes.
I'm going to drive a tractor, and I'll pay anybody else to do the bullshit.
You got to dig the grape holes, man.
That's me. First of all,
I can't wait
grape
to do that
holes
kind of stuff.
is not a good term. And we can talk about Maynard, and we can talk about the vineyard. You want to talk about wine?
Yeah.
I will elaborate on wine forever. Ben Drum, love what Maynard's doing. Really love what he's doing.
Who's Maynard anyway? Is that like
I don't know, dude. I've rolled with him once or twice. It's just fucking pussy, pretty much. He thinks he has a band or something.
I've seen his forehead before on shows. It like moves around when he.
I mean, Brian told me that.
And then he
was
puts hats on. I see that.
Brian told me he was a blue belt, and he like has an Osteria.
He's got blue balls.
He might.
Maynard's got blue balls.
No way.
If I was named Maynard, I would have blue balls too.
Well, I mean, better than Herbert, but
Herbert Jr. Ron Herbert. Is that his name?
I don't know.
Some say the end is near. He's like, fuck all Ron Herbert. Mike Judge, man, that guy,
Hey,
the creator
I will
of
say this
Beavis
much,
and
though.
Butthead, is the best.
He's definitely
Maynard.
growing some really good wheat and making some really good pasta in the Cornville area. So if you ever want to check that out and you have a glucose allergy or anything like that, that's cool. You could eat his pasta.
I'm sure everybody would love to eat his pasta.
Yeah, I mean,
Even just because it's his pasta. Even if they're like,
yeah, but it's heirloom.
even if they're allergic
It's
to Erlinger.
The glyphosates.
Bless you.
There's like, there's 4 more compounds in the pasta that we eat than the pasta that he's making at his restaurant.
Is that about that song 4 Degrees Warmer?
Maybe 4 pasta degrees.
That was my tooth.
Yeah, I mean,
How do you make pasta better? How is his pasta better?
the wheat that you grow.
Because the wheat isn't bleached.
It's heirloom.
What does that mean?
It's old seeds.
We've got some old seeds.
So
Jessica does. She's got some old seeds in bags in there that she pulls
Same.
out and grows. There's your bro. Is that him? Pausing it.
we gotta get more.